What I feel is going on with balance beam in particular with us is I don't feel like we really have a beam issue. I know that people go, yeah, you do. No, I don't think we do. And I don't believe we do because in training, regardless of what the assignment is, they hit it. I mean, we're challenging them every day. Chris and I try to come up with something new way to challenge them to put as much pressure on them as possible and to get them to crack. They don't, regardless of how many inner squads we have, what the consequences are. They're near perfect in training. And what we're seeing is the first few student athletes up are the ones that are getting tight. What I think, after obviously a lot of thought about this, is we're very fortunate this year that we've got a lot of depth. And one of the problems when you have a lot of depth, one of the inherent problems is athletes fight for positions. And the last three, Zamaripa, Elise, and Anna, they know that they're not going to be taken out of the lineup. The other three want it so badly that they're fighting for those positions, knowing that they really don't have that many more meets left before the championship season comes to solidify their position. If you look at vault and bars, we haven't changed those lineup much. And though the bars and vault team have gotten into a rhythm now, which is what we want to do on beam and floor. Floor, we're pretty much there. Beam, we're not there. I don't know who the top six are. And it doesn't help, really, when you put your top six up, the first two fall, and then your two exhibitions hit. And, you know, I really don't know who the top six are going to be. What I do know is that the competition that we're feeling, they're feeling within ourselves. It really has nothing to do with another team. But it's healthy. You want that competition. You want them to keep raising the bar, because then that helps their teammates raise the bar, you know, to keep fighting for those positions. And what I'm hoping is that they can just get to a point where they start playing to win versus playing not to lose. Ariana Berlin, who is our undergraduate assistant, who is one of the greatest competitors we ever had, is going crazy because she's just wanting to shake them and say, just solidify your position. Just go out there and compete, solidify your position. What we talk about a lot is the definition of insanity, when you do the same thing over and over and over and you expect a different result. And so it's time now to do something different, and we're going to be making that change with our beam lineup come Sunday. We're going to try something totally different, and you'll just have to check in and see what that is. Hopefully it'll do the trick. On floor, the student athletes just kept saying they had adrenaline. I mean, that was so frustrating. That was far more frustrating than balance beam. We have not had one out of bounds all year, and we had 4. We had 5. We had 5 this meet. We lost the meet by 0.3. We had 5 just out of bounds. And the frustrating part was they had it right there. They didn't make mistakes by holding back. They didn't make mistakes by playing it safe. They just did not control their energy. Every single issue we had was over-rotating. Okay, that's better than under-rotating because it's going to save their bodies, but there was no excuse for that. Absolutely no excuse for that. They're a better floor team than that. That was very uncharacteristic. And then I told Chris, I said, you know, they all went out of bounds in the same corner. Was there something wrong with that corner? He's like, no, Val. It was their adrenaline. We did not help them manage their energy well.
On a more positive note, uneven bars was amazing. We talked about the bar team and how they're shaping up.
Uneven bars, we've been spending a lot of time on handstands and sticking. You know, we watch film, we watch other teams, and I'm seeing if they can stick their bar dismounts, why can't we stick our bar dismounts? And we've just made that a priority. We've spent an exceptional amount of time on bar dismounts and their handstands and balance beam. And they're actually competing bars a little better than we're training. They're competing, the first few up on beam are competing beam tight. So bars was a great boost, and I really thought we were going to go to beam and just nail it. Um, First and foremost, Coach Wooden was here. I didn't know he was going to be coming. They called the night before and said that they would be joining us, and so that is just such an honor to have Coach here. He stayed for the whole meet. It's great to see him out and about. And we had some of our great alumni in the stands. Tasha Schweikert and her sister Jordan were here, and Lena Dekteva, and a bunch of other alumni were in the stands. And I looked up when we went to floor to warm up on floor, and Michael Clark Duncan, the actor from The Green Mile, was here, and he's one of my all-time favorite actors, and so I was just kind of speechless when I saw him. That was fun having him in the stands. And then I just have to give the shout out. My granddaughter was here, keeping my husband very busy in the stands. So it was a fun meet. We're really excited to go against Oregon State this week. They're currently ranked third. However, the regional qualifying scores haven't kicked in, and I was pleased to see the one thing that did come out of this last weekend was if the teams were being ranked this week by RQS regional qualifying score, we would be third. So that, I think, just shows the body of our work this season so far. But it's always fun to go against a really good Pac-10 team. And it's always fun to go Oregon State because Tanya Chaplin and Michael Chaplin, the head coaches up there, were Bruins. And Michael Chaplin and Chris competed on the same team here at UCLA, and I coached Tanya. And so there's this very, very healthy rivalry. It always gets really fun. There's some trash talking amongst especially Chris and Michael. I'm so proud of them and what they've done with that program up there. They're a great team. They've got great talent this year. It's going to be a really fun meet, an exciting meet. I'm thrilled that they're coming down, and we get to play them in Poly Pavilion this year.